Welcome back, folks. My name is LastKnownMeal, and today we're gonna be talking about this whole Activision Blizzard Bobby Kotick situation, because for the past couple of days this has been making headlines not only in the gaming industry but also outside of it, especially in the business sector. So if you're not following the situation with Activision Blizzard, I'm going to do a quick TLDR so everyone can be caught up on the situation. So if you bought a game from Blizzard or Activision the past couple of years, you probably thought it wasn't the best. Now, the reason for it, well, there's a couple of reasons, but the biggest reason for it is when Bobby Kotick arrived on the scene and became the CEO. So when Bobby Kotick arrived, the sales of the company actually grew because he implemented a lot of ways to actually milk more money from people. So obviously, all of the shareholders, seeing the amazing results Bobby Kotick is actually giving to the company, they decided to say he's going to stay. And on top of all, we're going to pay him a huge bonus. We're gonna give him a couple of, tens of millions of dollars because he gave us so much money. Now, over the years, obviously, with CEO Bobby Kotick, who doesn't even care about any single one of the games they produce, the situation in the company has been degrading a lot. Morale has been going to all-time low. Games are pretty much all over the place. Let's take a look. World of Warcraft ruined. Diablo, for a lot of people, pretty much ruined. We don't know when is this Diablo coming out, maybe in the next 30 years. We don't know if that's going to be good or bad. Call of Duty, ruined. Warcraft 3, refunded. Overwatch. So you get my point. The games are pretty much in a terrible state right now. The company is in a terrible state. Now, the situation with Bobby has been culminating for the past 2 years, I believe, ever since those bonuses are being paid out. Then also at the same time, you had Activision Blizzard laying off huge amounts of people while giving that bonus to Bobby Kotick. So they basically fired a lot of people because of their bad management skills with Hearthstone, and a bunch of their games just wasn't doing good. So obviously the first thing the CEOs are going to do is just fire the people, just get them out of my way. I don't want to pay them anymore. And that's what they were actually doing. Then also after a while, where things kind of calm down, we get the story that one of the employees in the company, a female employee, committed suicide because of the harassment on work. And that's where everything started. Blizzard was caught shredding documents. You had people coming out and saying that management there was doing terrible things to employees. Harassment in all shapes and sizes, even things that I cannot say on YouTube, but it starts with an R. That's how terrible the management of the company was, and how terrible the situation in the dev team was. For example, in World of Warcraft, and how everything culminated. Then you had Los Angeles suing them, and they almost wiggled their way out of this when certain emails started leaking. And that's when people saw that Bobby Kotick actually said to his former assistant in a voicemail, threatening to kill her. That's to what lengths Bobby Kotick is willing to go. Now, apparently this dispute was actually settled in 2006. It was settled. No one knew. But now we know. And also you had, I believe, 0.2 shareholders that just said, alright, we need to stop. Yeah, it's just 0.2 of shareholders who basically said, we don't agree with this, we want to change. Everyone else are keeping quiet. So basically, you also had a walkout from employees in Activision Blizzard going out. They don't want to work anymore, where they basically stage a protest. And also at the same time, you had the entire board of directors and the entire board of shareholders stand behind Bobby Kotick and say, oh, he didn't do it, he's alright. And the main reason for that is not because they care, it's because of the money. And also, if now Bobby Kotick loses his position as a CEO, do not think for a second that shareholders did it because of the backlash of the people, because everything which has been happening in the company, all of the gruesome stuff which has been happening from inside the company, everything that company is now causing towards gamers and basically their games. Shareholders don't care about that. This can be happening every single day at Blizzard. Shareholders won't care. The only way they will care is if their stock goes down, and Activision Blizzard stock has been going down because people are pulling out. And also, you had the CEOs of Sony and Xbox. You had Phil Spencer come out and say, we are rethinking our relationship with Activision Blizzard. This is the first time that someone screwed up so much that you have CEOs of Sony, Xbox coming out, uniting and saying, F you. It was insane. Because, you know, a lot of companies do this, and don't think that Activision Blizzard is the only company that does this. Oh, I'm sure there is much other companies that, in the gaming sphere, I'm talking just about gaming sphere, that have these problems but are just keeping quiet right now. But even still, with all of the allegations other companies had, with the problems at Ubisoft, let's say, there still wasn't that big of a backlash that we have today, and that's okay. Because usually in a company will have those bad apples and management is going to tolerate them, but they will be kicked out. But here, in Activision Blizzard, everything in this company, in my opinion, is rotten to the absolute core. So of course, their games are going to suffer. And now people are saying, well, if Bobby Kotick leaves, that's not going to change the games. Not really. Yes and no. So first off, it's not going, like, Bobby Kotick doesn't have anything to do with World of Warcraft. He doesn't even know what that game is. He's in it for the money. This is his cash cow. Now, it can, from one reason. Everything which happens inside of the company, all of the problems, will have a direct result on the finished product. So if you have people who are demoralized, who are going through these issues, where management just doesn't care, where people who are not made for the roles are being put in the positions of power and they don't know what to do, you will ultimately have bad games in the end. So yes, removal of Bobby Kotick, if they actually do care, they will reinstate someone who's going to actually put up some proper discipline into this company, where things are not going to be done that way. Because when you have happy employees, when you have employees who are happy to work with you, they're proud to be making games, because for the love of God, I've been playing World of Warcraft since I was a kid. I've been playing Diablo since I was a kid. I remember that a lot of those developers before, they felt proud that they were working on World of Warcraft and Diablo. Developers now are not proud because they don't care. They don't care about their own company. A lot of people do it for money. I don't blame them, because they don't have a good leader who's going to guide them, who's going to tell them, who's going to utilize their talents to the full extent. They don't have that. So once they get that, if they get that at the end of the day, we don't know if Bobby Kotick is gonna get sacked, but if Bobby Kotick doesn't get sacked after all of this, then oh boy, this is gonna be interesting, because everyone is just gonna be closing their doors onto Activision. Right now they're closing. Imagine if this doesn't pan out the way the people want to. Oh boy. Oh boy. But as I was saying, if the morale rises, if people have an idea that they work for someone who respects them, who's going to properly pay them for that, and someone who's not going to tell them you have to work 24 hours a day, I am pretty sure they will do a better job. And that's not just me talking, that's me from experience. Being a producer, I can tell you, I've been working from carrying cables to being a producer after a few years. I can tell you, if you have a good leadership, you're going to work. And you're going to work with a smile, and you're going to give your best. You can also take it from your example. But if you don't have it, if you hate the people you're working for, you're not going to give 100% of your talent. And if the talent is not utilized, then screw it. That's not it. So the situation right now is that Activision Blizzard, and a lot of people are saying that, is the worst company in the gaming industry. Like, a few days ago we had Rockstar, who was like being shunned all over. Before that there was CDPR. Now we have Activision Blizzard, who went not one, not two, 5 steps above everyone and said, I am the king of hate. You hate me because I do the worst things. And it turned out to be true. So yes, I've been saying for a long time, like, this is not new for Bobby Kotick. This is just circulating right now and culminating into the eruption we have. But Bobby Kotick, for years, I and everyone else were saying he's the worst thing that happened to gaming industry. I have developers on Twitter whom I never saw say anything bad about someone. They were furious on Bobby Kotick. It was strange to see people who are generally very nice in their tweets. You know, they don't go into discussions. Oh man, they were they were posting certain tweets that I cannot show here. So things are not looking good for them. It's a sad thing. I love World of Warcraft. I love Diablo. You know, I even play Overwatch. Not too much though. But yeah, they now ruined that. We don't know what their next games are gonna be. But honestly, the games are not even important now. If they cannot solve the issues within the company, games are not gonna be good. It's simple as that. So I'm going to end my video here. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me down below what you think about this whole situation. And yeah, also check us out on Twitter and Discord. And also huge thanks to my current Patreon supporters for all of the support. Thank you so much. This is LKM signing out, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye bye.